Boxing King Media and Association with boxer Boris Crighton. Hope I said your surname right, Boris. Congratulations to you because you saved the show live on Channel 5 and you put in a performance that probably most people weren't expecting. How proud are you of yourself initially of the fight you put up?
It was good. It was a good show to get called and have to get weighed in 8 hours later after I got a phone call. And to come out here and box it out and go 10 rounds against a fighter that had been training for a world championship is phenomenal.
Definitely so. Just tell us initially about when did you first get this phone call and what your initial reaction was?
I mean, I got a phone call probably about 1 p.m. and had to be down here in Bolton at 8 p.m. to get weighed in. So not only did I need to make weight, I had to drive three and a half hours to get down here. So, of course, it's one of the things that it didn't really sink in until I had weighed in, that made it feel real. Before that, I was just traveling down to Bolton, like we normally do for sparring or whatever else. So until the weigh-in was there and it was official, then it started to feel real from there.
So in that time, you made weight, you did the long drive from Scotland to Bolton. That must have been 4 hours in itself.
Yeah. Luckily enough, we had someone drive us down, so we were lucky enough to sort of just sit in the car and not have to stress about all of that. But of course, it's still something on my mind to think of, the fact that you have to sit there making sure that you're on the right way when you get to the scale. So mentally, it was obviously something I need to worry about. That's all I was thinking about, sort of making the weight, making the fight real, and then taking it from there.
Let's talk about the fight. A lot of people had you winning a lot of the earlier rounds, that they felt like you was walking Lyndon down. Tony Bellew was actually commentating on the fight on Twitter, and he said that he felt Lyndon lacked a bit of confidence. Did you feel that in the early rounds?
I think in the early rounds I did, yeah, and I think his side and his team seen that. I think that probably about round 7, I think his coach had to say, I think you're giving him too much respect. And for that to be the fact that I was called in last minute the day before, and that's the kind of presence that I had for a fight at that level. Imagine I had a 6, 8, 10-week camp, how this fight would have gone. And like I said, I was winning those early rounds. I came across a fighter that had the 6, 8, 10 rounds of training. He was training for a championship fight that was due to be fought today. So when you have a fight like that that's been sparring top-level fighters, training and preparing for it, and I've had a day's notice, 7 hours to get weighed in, I've not had that level of sparring. So to come there and still be sharp and be winning rounds against a fight like that has a lot to say about myself.
You seem like towards the end, maybe your fitness caught up with you. Did you feel that? And how important was it for you to make sure that you gave a good account of yourself and you made sure you saw the final bell?
I think I had it in my head that I was winning going into those last few rounds, and I knew it was championship rounds. And he's a championship fighter. He's a man that's been this 10 rounds before, and I think I knew he was going to come strong, finishing on. And I didn't want to go out there and start firing against a fighter that was already prepared for this. So I made sure we stuck to the plan, which is be careful, pick our shots, step onto him when he gets closer to the ropes, and shout and win the round towards the end, which I think I did. I think I always finished the round strong. There was a round where he buzzed me there, but I still finished that round strong with a really good exchange. And it was unfortunate I got put down like last 10 seconds, but it is what it is.
Definitely. So I was talking of that knockdown. How hard was it? You obviously took it. You was composed. You got back up, and you saw the final bell.
It was a flash knockdown. It wasn't anything that I think I woke up hurt. Again, like I said, it's having to make weight with 8 hours notice. After training camp that I had to go and fight 10 rounds, and to get put down in the 10th round, haven't had 10 rounds worth of training, and to be able to compose myself, take my time, get up in time, ready to go again was not a problem whatsoever for me. I was confident that I was going to come through that round regardless if the bell went or not.
Definitely. So it's worth mentioning you're a super middleweight. Is that where you're going to come back at? And is there anyone you got your name on?
Middle. So again, yeah, that's another thing. I fought a guy that was a light heavyweight. I'm a super middleweight. My last fight was a super middle, where it was a 10-round scheduled fight, which I stopped my opponent in the 9th round. Fight should have been stopped before that, but again, it is what it is. I have to go in there and do my job. So to step up to a heavier weight against a man that's a world champion fighter that's been in there with top-level opponents and hold my own speaks a lot.
Tony Bellew says Boris Crighton is a tough fighter with a big heart. So good compliments for yourself from a British boxing legend. What does that mean to you? And that's it, really.
I think I was, as long as boxing fans and boxing people like Tony Bellew and fighters like Tony Bellew that can see the heart that I showed, and again the skill, and for him to say, I was winning those early rounds, speaks volumes. And I think I'm due an opportunity at my weight with plenty of notice, and I think I'll really surprise people even more. If they were surprised after less than 24 hours notice, imagine if I got 6 to 8 weeks.
Definitely so, Boris. British fans won't forget the name Boris Crighton. We hope to see you back in the ring soon, and congrats on putting on a good performance.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.